Right folks, it's that time of year again where the temperature's getting cold, the glue's getting freezing and not workable, and I can't feel the end of my fingertips. So I thought I'd try out one of these, this Hcalory toolbox diesel air car park heater. It's basically designed for, like, you know, camper vans, tents, all that kind of stuff, small workshops and the like. So I thought I'd give it a try. Obviously might help me with my arthritis. So let's get into it. I'll give you a good honest review on the quality of it as it's unboxed and all that kind of stuff, and we'll get it up and working. So watch to the end of the video and let me give an assessment on it. But let's get started. Comes well packaged anyway, really well packaged. I'll put a link down to this if it's interest to any of you as well. Comes really well packaged. Just let me spin it on its side. See, boxes within boxes. It's got user manual. As I would say with anything like this, look through the user manual. Go over the user manual, because, you know, safety first and all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you look at the safety manual. So as you can see there, that's the style of it. It's a nice little heavy lump. Nice solid constructed of plastic. Really nice. That's to fill out. We'll put some diesel in that so shortly. Toolbox heater. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna run you through what's in that other box, all the little bits and pieces. So you've got the power supply. So obviously whatever country you're in, if you're in the US, they'll send you the right power supply. This comes from Banggood, by the way. So get onto the Banggood website, have a look for this. There's a code down below. You know, if you're in a small workshop, you've got a camper van, or you've got, like, going camping, maybe fishing, and you've got one of them tents or something, it might come in beneficial for you. So that's the power supply. I'm just reading what they've wrote in the book for what each item is. You've got the wire harness. I'll have to look at the instructions how all this goes together. Then you've got the exhaust silencer, all bagged up with bits in there, little bracket. Looks like a little catalytic converter type thing, but that's in there. Then you've got the exhaust pipe. Then you've got the intake pipe. I think that's the intake pipe. Yeah, that's the intake pipe. And then you've got an air filter, like a plastic type air filter. It's got something in there. Air filter just stops bits getting into it, obviously. Then you've got the vents. So if you want to, you know, drill an hole through the wall, that kind of stuff, make it look nice and neat. I've got like an outside bit there, so my thing will be, I'll probably put the heater down here so the exhaust vents out, and then every now and again I could just have a sit down for 5 minutes and get a warm, that kind of thing. Or I can use it in my tool room if I can convert that in time, and maybe vent it out the side there. That's my plan. It's just that last year when I was out here, it was really, really cold. And then you've got a bag of sort of brackets and gubbins, and you've got, what's this one? The controller extension cord. Then you've got the fixture accessory set. And that is more fixture accessory sets. And that comes off there. That'll be the sort of, will that be the LCD switch? And there should be a remote control somewhere, but I'll have a check for that in a second. So let me go and have a look at what's in the box. Let me have a look through the instructions and I'll get back to you and we'll get it set up. Right, so I was just wondering where the remote control is, but let's have a look in here anyway. I've got a feeling it's in here somewhere. There it is. Let's get that off there. There's the remote control for it, on, off. Nice quality remote control, nice in the hand. This tank here is the diesel tank. Apparently it's an upgraded tank from the previous models, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, sort of self-explanatory. It's all sort of insulated down there, all the wires and everything looking good order. It looks really good quality, to be perfectly honest with you. Right, so put one of these clips on round here. Over there, and just simply tighten that down. Just take your time, make sure it's a nice tight fit. So that's like that, that's just fitted on. I will nip that up a bit more. Again, a clip round that, and then if I can get round the other side of the camera, clip it on. And again, just go in, making sure you give it a tighten up. Don't over tighten to start with. Just get it nipped up. And I'm just fitting the hot air pipe here onto that lip there. And I will just nip that up. I'll give that a nip up in a minute. And then simply, you're going to have it on a wall, but I'm going to put it on there anyway. Another one of these. We call them Jubilee clips over here in the UK. Onto this side. But you can see how if you had that sort of like on your wall, connected to your wall, and this coming out, this should sort of pull. There's not much flex in that, but I'm sure you could get a secondary one of these, like, you know, heat rated or whatever it is, and then just simply nip that up. Right, so what we've got here, we've got two more of them clips. I've put a clip over that end. I've turned the machine round now, and this will go on there, and this is for the air filter. Stop all the nasties getting in there. So that clips on there. You can sort of tighten it up. And we'll get these tightened and we'll get the diesel in. Right, got that rigged up. That now all tightened up, the air intake. So we'll get some diesel in. Takes, I think it's 6 litres. You can always refer to the manual. There's loads of other videos out there on YouTube as well of this. If I can remember, I'll link some into the description. I just want to leave that front open because what I want to do is just fill this and then just check it. There's enough in there for now. Take that off. First things first, put the cap back on. The construction feels nice and solid. It's like a heavy duty sort of plastic. Toolbox design, obviously, for ease of carrying it round. So let me get this away. Oh! Put that down there. I'll save that bit of diesel for when it gets a bit colder. So just let me get round the front and just check there's no leaks or anything. Everything's bone dry there. Everything's sort of solid, nice and solid. 2 clips, just simply clip it down like that. And now the power supply. You've got power supplies obviously for like batteries, different outlets, different things you've got going on if you're camping or in a camper van. To be perfectly honest, I don't know the names of them, but they're there, that you've actually got it with them, so it's not something extra you're going to go out and spend money on. I'm over impressed with that remote control, to be perfectly honest with you. So this is the power supply, and obviously comes with a UK plug, this one. If you're in the States or wherever you are, I'm sure if you order through the website, you can get it to your electrical specifications. Do you know them twisty things? They drive you absolutely bonkers, especially when you've got like arthritis in your hands. Stop moaning, Billy. Stop moaning. Worst things happen at sea. Right. I'm not sure whether that goes up or goes down, but let's put it in the up position. Let's get it plugged in. Power. Oh, we've got power. I'll bring the camera around so you can see that. So we've got something on the display there. So let's power it on. Heating 4, so I think it's just a simple touch screen. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's the highest. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's go to number 8 and then go OK. 57 Fahrenheit. I think this takes a couple of minutes to fire up. So just let's have a look in a minute. It's really quiet. At first you think it's not firing up, but just got to leave it. I can hear that. It's blowing out air there, so obviously it's sucking in air there. I've got this set to 57 Fahrenheit, so I don't know what that is in Celsius. I'm not a mathematician or Stephen Hawking, so I wouldn't have a clue as to what that is. So just let it warm up for 5 minutes and let's see what happens. I don't know if you can see it there, but there's a little bit of smoke coming out the end of the exhaust there. So that makes sure that that is outside and well ventilated at all times. The air's coming out, it's starting to get warmer now. It's really quiet, I'll give it that. I used to have one of them big space heaters, that was diesel as well. You had to vent that. But it was so noisy and really cumbersome to get about, it was really heavy. It had handles, wheels, but nothing like this. I didn't even know these existed, to be perfectly honest with you. You can hear it now. And doesn't look like there's nothing coming out of that exhaust there. But there is, I can feel hot air. And that's now warming up nice. You can feel the heat coming out of that. That'll be really good for my hands, that will.
Oh, that's so nice, it's so warm. You can feel that from right back here. Lovely. say we're outside as well, it's lovely. I like that.
So that's it all running. You've seen her coming out to double check it. The heat coming off that is lovely. I mean, that's on high, number 9. I don't know how long it'll run for, but it'll all be in the instructions. But just to stand there and warm yourself up for a couple of minutes, this would be great for, you know, caravans, that kind of stuff, camper vans, tents. Just make sure you're vented at all times. Just be safe. Just be safe. I can't reiterate that enough. Make sure that exhaust is vented outside. But the heat coming off that is absolutely lovely. It's right nice heat coming off that. Now the pipe, the outlet pipe, it's insulated. So if you're going to get a longer replacement for that, make sure you get the proper heat rated pipe that comes out. Hcalory might do one, you'd have to check with their website. But that is lovely, I like it. That's going to do me. It's like now, today it's cold and my hands are playing up a bit with the arthritis, but that's just like a little, it's just like a little bit of extra comfort in your workshop. And I've got the outside ventilated there, so it don't make much difference, but just for that little bit of extra, it's fine. And the beauty of it is you get a remote control. So let's see if it turns it off. Hang on, what am I doing wrong? Off. You can see there it's turned it off and it's powering down. So I've turned it down to number 5 there. If you can see that on the camera. Do it a little bit hotter than that, but number 5, so with the remote you can turn it up 6, 7 and then down 6, 5, 4, let's go to 6, and check the booklet for all. It's got carbon monoxide alarm, ventilation status, automatic start stop, it's got fault prompts, it's got, you name it, it's got everything. Power failure, ignition plug, fuel pump. But a lot of you guys that are technically minded more than me will sort of like get instruction manual. So that's it. Now to turn it off, you can switch it off and then you've got to let it completely power down. When you switch it off with remote control, don't sort of power it off at the mains, just switch it off. Switch it off there. Off. Now what you've got to completely do is let that completely shut down, because the motor or whatever it is venting all the heat out. It's got to cool itself down. So just leave that and you'll get a readout on here that'll tell you that it's completely cooled down. Shutdown mode or whatever it is. So while that's venting and shutting down and everything, if you go into the booklet, you've got like Bluetooth app operating instructions, so you can scan them barcodes, get onto some sort of app or whatever it is, and you technical lot will know what it is. For me, it's just if we're in here for in the winter to warm my hands up. But like I say, it's got that remote control. You'll have to work the remote control out better than I did, but nevertheless, it's got it, it's working. It's in sort of like that mode now where it's sort of venting. You can still feel that coming out, so what it's doing, it's dissipating all the heat, so it's just getting it out the system. Not too near that exhaust. Be careful around the exhaust, that'll be really hot. I'm not going to touch it, but I can feel the heat coming off that, so just be careful around it. You know, we're all adults, so just read the instructions, take care with it. It seems a good thing. It's got power trip out. It's got, you know, the carbon monoxide detector inbuilt according to the booklet. But read the booklet fully, like I said, and let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments of what you think of it. I think it'll be a really good addition for my workshop and my sore hands in the winter. But if you've got a caravan, camper van, tent, that kind of stuff, this just might be what you need. The fuel economy on it is supposed to be really good. I know here in the UK fuel is stupidly expensive, but compared to the UK, I think everybody else has got cheaper fuel, so that's even better. Easy to carry, nice robust design. You can hear that cooling down, you can hear it. I've got it rigged up to my normal, is it 230 or 240 watts? It's still knocking out a bit of air there, nice warm air. I'm sort of impressed with that, I really am. But yeah, is there improvements that could be made to it that we can go back to the manufacturer and say this needs improved? What I would say is try and put a longer this pipe here for the heat. The air one's all right, the intake. Just be careful of the exhaust. You're not stupid. Vent it out. So yeah, there's no sort of heat coming off the body, so nothing's going to melt there. It's nice that it comes with this sort of display and the remote control and that kind of stuff. I'm overly impressed with it. Tell me what you think. It's a thumbs up from me.